Well, let's talk now to Professor Tim Benton from the University of Leeds, who's a specialist in food security. Tim, how worried should we be about all of this?
Quite heavily worried, really, because, you know, we're already experiencing climate change, as you've just been articulating, and in many ways this year is a foretaste of what is to come. The heat waves might be dying out over the next months, but we've still got a very hot year ahead because of El Nino, likely to have a very wet autumn and winter, and the decades ahead are going to be full of the same sorts of things that have been thrown at us already, but only more so.
We're in the middle of a number of conflicts. I wonder how much does the instability of geopolitics and trade affect this climate security crisis?
Well, our security is not just about guns and ammo. Our security is about economic security. It's about food security. It's about being able to get hold of goods from all around the world. And so when climate change, on top of the geopolitical instability we have at the moment, whether it's the war in Ukraine or the war in Iran, what climate change is going to change the availability of what we rely on. And those two things together means that, you know, if the Straits of Hormuz are already closed and we have a shortfall in food because of climate change impacts, the ability to get hold of the sorts of things that we rely on for daily living is going to be impeded and prices are going to go up. And so climate change is going to add to the cost of living crisis in innumerable ways because of this threats to trade, and it's not just about agriculture, it's also about logistics, it's about energy supply, it's also about borders and people movement as well.
Now, we've known about this for a long time. I wonder how ready we are in the UK and more widely in Europe, Western Europe, when it comes to the impact of climate change on the population and its implications for national security.
We are certainly not ready enough. There has been widespread acknowledgement that things are going to get difficult. They're getting difficult faster than we might have predicted about 10 years ago, and so there is a very significant gap between what we might have to cope with and what we are doing to cope with what might be coming down the tracks. And we could invest much more in changing infrastructure, adapting agriculture to changing climates, etc., etc. But in the political space in which we live, fiscal constraints and all the rest of that, it would not be politically easy to pull all of the stops out and adapt us. So the gap between where we need to be and where we are is probably going to grow, not shrink.
I'm trying to read between the lines then of what you're saying. I mean, what are your predictions then when it comes to food security? I mean, what does all of this mean in real terms?
Well, I think as we live in a world where power projection by states is not governed by international rules very much anymore, and we've got climate change really starting to ramp up its impacts, we are in for a period where supply chain disruptions are going to become ever present, ever real, and therefore we're going to be living in a very inflationary environment for perhaps decades to come.